ask you a question on camera? And would you give me an honest answer? 3:38 p.m. I think my wife has been walking around all day without brushing her teeth because I just found a toothbrush with toothpaste on it still. I think we know the answer.
Welcome to the vlog, you guys. A little behind the scenes going on here in the Corey household. Busy morning. We've already done a lot, which is why the dogs are pooped out of their minds. Jay took big guy for a bike ride. I took little guy for a walk. Spending the morning getting set up here. Jason's doing a lot of the work, as he always does. For the most wanted launch, we're gonna do the live launch party today. We've got Taylor with Dude up there. Let me know if you guys get that reference. 903, 4,000 steps already today. Double fisting this morning. All right, so I'm getting ready to go downstairs for my run. When we do the live launch parties, it's one of the busiest days in the Corey household. The live launch party starts in less than 3 hours. So things I want to accomplish, I'm gonna make myself a little list. I'm kind of gonna track out the time I have left with what I need to get done in case something needs to wait. So on the agenda today, I want to get like a 3 to 4 mile run done. So that's gonna be about 40 minutes I need to run. I might have to scale that back. That would take me to 10 a.m. The dog is literally in between my legs right now. What are you doing down there? What are you doing? Are you smelling my butt? You are such a butt sniffer, dude. For my run today, I'm wearing, this is the Solar sports bra, I believe. This is from the Eco collection that launched from Buff Bunny back in spring last year, and today's launch actually includes their second drop of their Eco Sustainable line, so that's coming out today. Then I'm wearing the Flow shorts that launched with Swim. These are in the white leopard. I love these. This is what I'm gonna wear for running downstairs on the treadmill. I'm gonna get that done. Other things I need to do, I need to organize and lay out all my clothes for the launch. Probably need 15 minutes for that. Organize clothes. I've also got some story posts I need to do. And I need to do my own shopping list because I'm gonna see if Jason can shop for me while I'm doing my live launch party. So those are things I need to get done and take a shower. Hopefully I can make the hair work. I don't wash my hair that frequently, so hopefully a quick shower. I usually need an hour to get ready. Yeah, 1 hour to get ready. So I need to be ready by 11:45. So I need to be in the shower by 10:45. That only leaves me like 30 minutes between running to do all my little doodads. So I think that'll work. I think I can do it on a little bit of a time crunch, but I also wanted to vlog today because I am gonna take you guys through, I didn't do a running vlog last week because of the Buff Bunny collection review video. It was just a busy week, so we had to kind of prioritize and something had to give. But I want to do an updated video for you today, which is what we're doing, going through where I'm at in my training, how I'm going to get to where I need to be in the next few weeks. So I'm going to share with you what I'm doing and how I'm going to accomplish that goal specifically. But first, we're going to finish up the coffee, drink a little water, head downstairs, and get this run done. And I am still out of breath. I don't know if it's because I haven't filmed in a minute. I think it's because I'm also a little bit excited. Like my adrenaline gets going on the live launch party days, so I'm always like running really high energy and yeah, I guess getting out of breath. So anyways, time to get the run done. I always come downstairs in my little Birkenstocks, if you will, and get this treadmill going, Peloton. Get my sneakers on. I've still been using these guys. I reviewed them in my fitness favorites if you want to hear more. I know some people would probably hate the idea of running in their basement, but honestly, I really enjoy it. I've got lights on right now just for sake of me talking to you, but I like having the lights down low, nothing except the treadmill screen, so I can just like really stay in my zone. That's how I used to do classes. When I did group classes, the cardio classes were always in the pitch black. Honestly, I felt like I could push a lot harder when I'm working out in the dark. It's something I really enjoy. I don't know if you guys relate to that at all. So for me personally, I love coming down to the basement to get my runs done. My favorite for running is Olivia Amato. She's really good. She's really hard. And actually Marcel Duncan, she just did her first marathon. Super inspiring. I love her. So I may do a class with her. I don't know yet. I gotta pick quick though, because I'm running out of time. Finished up the run here. I went a little over class time just to get 3 miles. My average pace was actually really good for me. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about my pace afterwards and what pace I'm trying to beat for this race coming up. All right, that run, like I said previously, a lot of trial and error when it comes to running, and that was just what I did today. I honestly, a couple things, body felt amazing. I think sometimes that's something we are like not correct about in our minds with taking time off, whether it be from the gym or running or whatever it may be. Like you're gonna lose progress, but I think my body felt the best it's felt today, taking the past 5 days off. Like I felt really fast. My average pace came in way faster than my normal. I felt easier to do like the flying sprints, like everything felt tempo-wise much easier. The one thing that was error for me is I had my coffee, my protein coffee, too close to this run. And this morning I had the Ghost Oreo whey, which is very sweet, has cookies in it, you know. That I don't think I can have right before a run. It was too sweet in my stomach. Like my stomach felt kind of like sour and not awesome coming into the run, but I did not have the time to let things digest more. And I don't even think it was a matter of digestion. I think it was more so that is just too sweet on my stomach before a run. But sometimes your circumstances aren't perfect and you have to power through it. Like I could have been like, oh, I'm not gonna run. But instead I chose to push into it and actually had a fantastic run despite my stomach not feeling great. That builds strength, that builds confidence, that tells me come race day, even if I'm not feeling 100%, even if my stomach's off, there's so many things that factor into like a good running day that you can't control at all. So you have to be able to work with those circumstances. So I feel really good about that run. And one of the other things that I've been trying to do, similarly to when I did bodybuilding, I remember my coaches, like Rich in particular, would be like, think about how you want to look on stage that day. Think about how you want your legs to look, your hamstrings to look. So similarly, I think about myself when I'm pushing in those efforts, whether it's incline or sprints. I actually envision myself out there on race day. I envision myself in that position where I'm pushing up those hills and needing to dig in deep and really work hard. So I really try to put myself in that scenario and kind of manifest how things are going to go come race day. And sometimes it gets me nervous, but I know that's also what best prepares me. So it's helpful for me to not just get through my run, but to really envision myself when I'm pushing through those runs, how I want to feel, how things are going to feel, how my mind is going to talk to myself, that mental chatter, how that's all going to go on race day. And it's my plan to help continue to better prepare myself. Time is of the essence, my friends. I'm going to shut my watch off and go shower. One more giveaway coming up any minute now. This will be the final giveaway for the live launch party. I just want to quickly say I appreciate you all so much for joining me. Those of you that watch my reviews, I know they're lengthy. Those of you that chat with me on DMs and choose to use support code Kara means the world to me. You all have like literally made my dream come true. Being able to continue to be an athlete with the brand for like, I think 4 years now, maybe long. I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't number one for my love of the brand. I love this brand as much as you all, but for those of you that continue to support me in everything I do means the world to me. So
giveaway. We
are gonna do the last giveaway of the day here for the live launch party. So last question is gonna be asked. We got a vlog coming.
Ooh, look at
Black O Rabbit, thank you for subscribing. That chat box, man, it gets litty. Justice up. Justice sit. Justice stay. Justice okay. Good boy. Look at that respect. Good boy.
Pick your nose.
little bit.
Did you have fun at the live lunch party?
It's so much fun. I always have, like, it's crazy to me, like, how fast, like, 3 hours flies by. Like, you can hear it in my voice.
I know. Now,
Like,
I'm raising my hand to speak up more.
It's hard for me to project my voice because I just literally talked for 3 hours straight. You know, when you have, that's where I wish I could have people with me for the live lunch party to, like,
kind of just take the reins for a moment.
yeah, bounce ideas off of. The one time I had my sister with me, that was really fun because it like would give me a minute to like, yeah, she did the Rebel lunch with me.
Yeah.
It gave me a minute to like take a drink or like clear my throat, things like that, that, you know, I try not to do for the live lunch party so that it stays engaging.
There's a lot of people, even to the end, like you look.
Yeah, how many people was there?
There's, at the end still, like when you signed off, still 117 people in there.
Wow.
And that was just you chatting with everyone.
Do you know how many was there, like during
Peak?
it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to look at that.
I wish it showed that.
It does.
Like, it does it?
Yeah, I can look it up. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Guess what we're doing now, fam? If you know, you know.
Comment down below.
You've been here a minute.
If you're part of the Corey crew, you know where we're going to eat.
You know what happens after the live lunch parties. Number one, it's like the one thing Jason loves to eat out. He's not a big eat out kind of guy.
For dietary reasons.
Sure, yeah. And then number two, I'm usually so busy in the morning, like as are you, but like we both don't eat like enough for what we normally need to eat. So by the time it's all over, we're like both starving and like ready to like go ham on some sushi. I'm still nice and satisfied from my sushi, but I'll probably make some dinner here pretty soon too. And we are, would you say we're kind of dorky for liking this show?
No, we're awesome.
Oh.
We love the show alone.
We love the show alone, and we
just got Hulu.
We just got Hulu, which is kind of a big deal for us. So we're like in our heyday, getting wild watching Hulu and loving it.
Yes. We only have this season left, and then we've seen them all.
All of the seasons
Yeah,
of
this is
Alone.
season 5. We already seen 6, 7, 8 earlier. We've seen
Wait, do
1
we
and
have
2.
one more after this or no?
No.
I want to just rewatch them all. I like it so much.
I hear you. I know. I'm sad.
It's like a good show to like kind of
Wind
just
down
like
to.
wind down, but I do get into it because I'm like always rooting for people. Good morning, guys. It's Sunday, April 10th. In New York State, it's snowing. It's a little gloomy, and this is the weather we're dealing with today. And we don't want it.
Had my glasses for 4 years.
I know, Jay and I,
Don't get
was
hit.
it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Just dropped in and both picked out new pairs of glasses, so.
My glasses are expensive.
My insurance is pretty good though, it's better than most.
I didn't get anything.
Jay and I just got back from running some errands. I picked up some groceries to prep for the week, so I'm gonna share that with you in a moment. But first, some exciting news for those of you that do enjoy the Buff Bunny content and all that information. Jay and I just got set up a Discord account. This is something new I learned about. Jason uses it or has been using it. And we were just talking about how nice it would be to kind of have this community, if you will, like we have during the live launch parties, to consistently connect and answer questions and chat back and forth. So I'm really excited to have that up and running and get it going. So I'll leave the link and that information down in the description box. So if you are interested, you can join my Buff Bunny Babes Discord account down there. Fan club, I am the president, and we can chat all things Buff Bunny collection all the time. So I think that'll be a lot of fun, a really easy way, because a lot of you are in my DMs and we chat one-on-one, and I'm happy to still do that, but I think it'll be nice that we can all have that community to chat together. So information on that down in the description box. Does anybody else need 17 different beverages when they're out and about shopping? Because clearly I do. We had a little Diet Coke Jay and I were splitting, and then a mint, I want to call it Mint Majestic, but it's like Mint Majesty tea. So we had some
Majestic here is Bruce Wayne.
So we got some fluids. We did a little quick trip to Wegmans and Target. Target, the only things we grabbed were the Dr. Teal's Epsom salt. Jay is a routine bather. It definitely helps with some of his Lyme symptoms with just his body and decreasing inflammation. And with my running, that's something I've been trying to be more proactive with. I got 1 bath in, or did I take 2 baths this week? I took 2 baths this week with my lower back pain. So I'm gonna keep the baths in the routine because I really do feel like it helps loosen up my joints and just the
lavender one in particular, I truly believe this one makes me sleepy and tired and kind of winds me down for the night. So that also plays into recovery, how well you're sleeping. It's something I continue to track on my Fitbit watch. So it's really important. It does make a difference, I feel like, in my energy for my lifts and for my runs. So sleep is definitely a critical piece of all of this with my training. My Starbucks cold brews, just the black unsweetened. I mix these with, you know, protein, sometimes a little creamer. So Jason typically does our weekly grocery shop. That's like our bigger shopping haul. He does that during the week. And then on the weekend, we usually do stop into somewhere to get a few additional items. So for me, usually I'm trying to think about what I'm gonna meal prep for the week and grab a couple of those bits. So this week, I've shown this on the channel before, what I'm gonna make up. Probably lasts me like 3 to 4 meals. No real name for it. It's like a chicken broccoli rice casserole. I've got chicken already in the fridge. I'm gonna bake up the chicken, chop it up. All you do is, here's the recipe for those that are gonna say, can you write the recipe? I'll just do like maybe 2 pounds of chicken at most, maybe 1.5 pounds. I'll steam up the broccoli florets. I'll steam up the rice cauliflower, chop up the chicken, mix it all in a pan. I will add to it 1 can of cream of chicken soup. I typically try to get the low fat version of this, but Wegmans didn't have it, so I'm just using the full fat version. I add a little light mayo in there and then some fat-free cheddar cheese. Mix it all up, bake it for like 30 minutes at 400 degrees. Put some like cornflakes on top for a little crispy topping. Just makes a nice little casserole. So that's gonna be what I'll probably have for lunches at work this week. And then in addition to that, for like snacks, I always like having some yogurt on hand. This is just the Siggi's yogurt brand. I really like Siggi's. 15 grams of protein, 13 carbs, and total sugars is 11 grams. It's 7 grams of added sugar, which actually is not bad for a yogurt. Many yogurts have a ton of added sugars. I do appreciate the change to labels now. If you've noticed that, they are required to break down for you with the carbohydrates, the total sugars, and then they break it down even further what the added sugars are. So I utilize that when I'm picking out certain items, be it yogurt, cereal, even things like bread, stuff like that. You don't think about having a ton of added sugar. If you're kind of just like trying to keep an eye on that, it's something you can do. I'm gonna do up a big salad this week. I was kind of just like craving a big crunchy salad.
A big salad?
It's a salad, only bigger, with lots of stuff in it.
I can bring you 2 small salads.
So I don't need this much lettuce, but all they had was the family pack of romaine hearts. Just romaine, although maybe not as nutrient dense as some of like the dark green leafies. I love a good crispy romaine. So I am gonna mix that with the spinach spring mix, organic. So we'll mix those two. I'm gonna add to it some cucumbers. I just got the mini variety. Some sugar bombs. These are really good tomatoes I get from Wegmans. They're just a little bit sweeter. Organic mini peppers. I've got avocado here. I'm craving like black olives, so I'm gonna do some black olives in the salad. This is the Cabot light sharp cheddar cheese 75, so it is reduced fat. I just kind of like the combination of textures in the salad, so the crunchy vegetables, a little softness with the olives, and then a little more chew with the cheese. It just makes a great combo. My favorite salad dressing is always my tried and true Newman's Own. This is the raspberry walnut. So that's what I'm gonna do. Salads in my casserole. I've got yogurt for snacks. Grabbed a couple Bartlett pears. I love Bartlett pears for a snack. I got some Friendship whipped cottage cheese. If you can find the whipped variety, this is my absolute favorite. It's literally whipped cottage cheese. You could use this if you're like trying to replace ricotta in a recipe too. It's low fat, it's high protein. A half a cup is 16 grams of protein, 1.5 grams of fat, 4 carbohydrates. So love this, especially like late at night if I'm just needing a little more protein, wanting something to satisfy me and last for the night. This is a great little snackaroo. For leftover cheese, not a health food, not claiming it is. Grab some turkey pepperoni. This is the reduced fat one, but You know, if I want a quick little snack, I'll do some cheese and pepperoni. I did grab some Thai jasmine rice to have on hand. We love G. Hughes in this household. Sugar-free barbecue sauce. This is the original. And then this is just a random thing I grabbed to have in a pinch for work. And actually, these are fantastic. These are the Dr. McDougall's. Little man just came over and rubbed his ball on my leg. His big play ball. Dr. McDougall's plant-based soup. This is split pea. It's lower sodium. If you guys haven't seen these before, if you like split pea soup, it's like dehydrated down. There's the nutrition on it. The whole container is 190 calories, half a gram of fat, 36 carbs, 12 of which is fiber, and 12 grams of protein. So is this vegan? Yeah, it's plant-based. So excellent source of protein for any of my plant-based friends out there, any of you looking to get more plant-based items in. Ingredients are just split peas, onion, natural flavors, potato, garlic, sea salt, starch, parsley, celery, spices, carrots, lemon, and it's all dried ingredients. Yeah, you just add a little hot water to it, stir it, and it's like a sweet pea mash, basically. I love it. It's like thick and tasty. Great little quick thing to bring to work with me. I find them very filling, so I enjoy having these on hand. I may actually eat one tonight because I'm kind of craving that. I have some fish in the fridge I'm gonna eat for dinner. I think that's it for prep. Nothing crazy this week. I'm gonna keep it simple and I'll show you why. I didn't want to go too hard with what I was purchasing because I do have some already prepped meals that I'm trying out. They were gifted to me, so I'm just in a testing phase to see what I like and don't like. So I've got some of these already prepped Eat to Evolve meals, and I have 3, 4, 5 of them left, which means I already ate 5 of them. So there is a best by date on them. So I have to get these 8 by this week before they go bad. So these I've got on hand. These have actually been a huge lifesaver. We were so busy last week with the Buck Bunny launch. I didn't really meal prep like I wanted to. So that is one for me personally. I do enjoy having an already prepped meal like this ready to go in the fridge. So while it can be expensive, sometimes it is worth it for some of us.
Can I ask you a question on camera? And would you give me an honest answer?
I think so. I don't know.
I think my wife, what time is it? 3:38 p.m. I think my wife has been walking around all day without brushing her teeth because I just found a toothbrush with toothpaste on it still. I think we know the answer.
Partially brushed my teeth and then it died on me. So I put more toothpaste on it and plugged it in. I don't know why.
That part's getting cut. It's getting cut.
No, God, that's not fair. I did brush my teeth, but then the battery died. So I was gonna go in for a second time. I just looked up my fall time for the 10 miler. It was 1 hour, 46 minutes and 5 seconds. And I'm not shitting on that at all, you guys. It was really freaking hard. It was a reality check. I had a couple other friends there who did it as well. And I know other people felt like it was really hard too. I hadn't done it in a while, but this is a race I did for many years. I started doing this run in my 20s. It's one of like the best known runs in the Syracuse area where I live. So I've done it a lot. So interestingly enough, I kind of looked up my history of my runs with this race, and my pace has kind of been all over the place. And interesting though to look back, because many times my pace was indicative of where I was at in terms of my training and my cardio and what I was doing in my life. So I finished this race anywhere from like, I think the quickest I did it was 1 hour, 24 minutes, which was like a little over an 8 minute per mile, like 8:20, which is really fast for me right now with where I'm at. Most recently, the 1 hour, 46 minute. So I was super happy with that. I guess let me go back to that. I was really happy with finishing at that time because I was way overdressed. I got super hot during the race. It was a mistake I made, feeling like I just wasn't able to. I'm always bad at that, understanding on how to dress for race day. I way overdressed, so I was super hot. So I felt like I had wasted energy there with like pulling off clothes and running in more clothes than I needed to. So I will not make that mistake again. But for any of my runners, there's a site on active.com where you can throw in what your time was, your distance, and it'll show you what your pace was in case you're not sure. So for this one, for this race, I don't know if you'll be able to see that on there, but it ends up being, I ran a 10 minutes 36 seconds per mile. That's how long it took me per mile. So I was pretty much good with that time, because when I was training for the Mountain Goat before, I was hitting like 11-minute miles for my long run. So for me to get under 11-minute mile, I was happy, but I also wasn't satisfied because I know I'm capable of so much more than that. Hence why I've been working towards improving this. So how I'm going to go about improving this, I am on a very limited training plan. I set out to do this 5 weeks out, essentially. We're at the 3-week mark now. So things I have been doing to guarantee I'm going to improve my time. Number one, the training style I've been using. I am not overtraining. That's something I strongly believe in when it comes to running, regardless if you're a beginner or intermediate, or maybe you're even advanced. But oftentimes runners, we tend to be type A, perfectionists, and overachievers, which lends itself to overtraining. And that oftentimes can just lead to injury, overdoing it, burning yourself out, and not feeling fresh and having your body ready to go come race day. So I've learned that over the years. I need to just stick with what I truly need to do to be ready for race day, which means I'm only running 3 to 4 times a week at most. This past week, it's only been 2 times because I was having some lower back pain that I felt like the priority was to focus more on my recovery. So that is the other thing I've been doing actively differently during this training portion, is I have been doing active recovery, really been trying to move more, and adding in acupuncture. I've been doing acupuncture every single week, where he is focusing more so on my tinnitus, but when I have issues like my lower back, the front of my hip was tight, he does a lot of massage, he does stretching, he does all the things that really do help me feel more recovered and just refreshed. The meat and potatoes of what I think is going to assist me is just generally I've been working harder and been more focused in my efforts with my runs. So regardless if I'm doing a 2-mile run or like my 7-mile run last weekend, I'm not just kind of doing the mileage like I normally would have done and getting the mileage done, which is great, but instead doing most of my runs on the Peloton, while maybe is not the most beneficial, being that this race is outdoors, obviously, and it is a hilly outdoor terrain. However, the weather here has not been cooperating with me, so I'm doing what I can to mimic outdoor running on my treadmill. To tangent, how do you mimic outdoor running on a treadmill? You're going to do that by increasing the incline a little bit. So instead of running at a 0.0 on your treadmill, even adding a 0.5 or a 1.0 mimics more so outdoor running. So that does help just in general mimic more of the outdoor running. But is it the same? No, you have the tread moving beneath you, so I feel like the effort is not the same. So I'm keeping that in mind and really making sure I am pushing even harder, knowing that many of my runs are on the treadmill. With that though, I've also been making sure that I'm just paying attention to my speed. I'm not just getting the mileage done, I'm paying attention to what my average time is, how I'm pacing, which is what I like about the Peloton app. It shows you what your average pace is, what you're currently running, what that pace is, which often you can get that through a watch or an app as well. But it's really helped me be more mindful of where I'm at, so that what I say 10:37 pace I ran, I've been going into each and every run making sure I am well below that pace. So even for my 7-mile run, I think I averaged out at like a 9:45. So that could slow down a bit as we get into higher mileage, but I've just been making sure I am pushing the pace. The other thing I've been doing that's different with the Peloton classes is every class I do is typically, it's not just a progression run where you're kind of at a set pace for a while. I guess that's not a progression run, that's more of a tempo run. I've only done a couple tempo runs. I guess more so what I've been doing with the classes, I've noticed they are sometimes labeled like endurance run, tempo, progression, and then other times it's just 30-minute run, 45-minute run. Within those classes, oftentimes there's hill intervals, there's fast intervals where you're sprinting and taking very short rest, or sometimes there's longer intervals. It's a lot of just up and down with your heart rate, which I don't do well with on my own, but I do well with it when someone's pushing me to do so. It's kind of like how I used to train for my bodybuilding preps, having someone coach me to push harder, run faster. I feel like the Peloton app sounds like I'm sponsored by them. I'm not. I just really have felt like this has made a world of a difference in my running and in my conditioning. So I'm getting really eager to run this race. I'm hoping the weather isn't total crap, but I do feel pretty confident at this stage that I'm gonna definitely beat that pace. Where am I gonna land? I'm not quite sure yet. I'm hoping my 10-mile training run will give me a good idea of how my pace will look. And then come race day, hopefully if it's my kind of day, then I'll be able to push a little harder, be a little more competitive. But for now, those are the things I've been doing to really ensure that I'm running faster. Quite simply, just making sure every time I do a run, I'm coming in under that 10.5-minute mile. Ideally, I'm trying to get it under 10 minutes per mile, just to have some cushion there. You know, there's gonna be times that I will walk while I get a drink, have a goo, things like that you have to account for. But for the most part, I'm just trying to mimic that outdoor style and really pushing myself. Lastly, when it comes to nutrition, whether or not this will make a difference with my speed per se, I don't know, but I've really been trying to be mindful in terms of what I'm eating. I'm not a perfect eater, you guys know this, there is no such thing anyways, but I'm trying to be more mindful of making sure I'm drinking lots of fluids, hydrating very well, getting in enough carbohydrates, really trying to get in more fruits, more vegetables, just trying to eat overall a healthier, well-balanced diet. And when I'm in these training periods, I feel more motivated. So even though I'm not tracking, like I'm not weighing my food, I'm not putting it in a tracker, I feel like I do a better job of eating healthier. Like it just feels easier to me when I'm in this mindset, that athlete's mindset, just trying to prepare and do everything I can. And to some people, they may be like, girl, you're being silly. It's just a 10-mile run. It's not that big of a thing. But for me, this is where I thrive. I just feel really motivated when I give myself these goals, even if it may be a small goal to someone else. It just feels good to be pushing myself and to have purpose. It makes me feel kind of special, and it drives me with all my workouts. And I'm still doing my lifts, you guys. I'm not doing my lifts. Those are actually prioritized very highly. I do my lifts in the morning. And like today, Jay and I went to the gym. We did legs. I kept it very light, trying to be cognizant of the mileage that I needed to run today. But yeah, those are still in there too, because the strength portion of this is still really important with your muscle fibers and ensuring that you can be as powerful and efficient as you want on race day. So it's important to activate those different muscle fibers as well through lifting, through sprinting, through long distance, through tempo runs. There's all different kinds of stuff. So if you're still interested in more running information, let me know. I know some of you were really amped to see me talk more about this. I will definitely keep you guys posted on this mini goal of mine. I think it's going really well. And I actually was telling Jason, I feel like I look leaner, and I'm not tracking. I'm not doing anything much differently other than just focusing on this goal. Obviously, I'm running a little bit more, so that could be changing the way the body looks, the way the legs look. I feel like they're leaning out a little bit, so that's kind of cool. It kind of just happens and goes hand in hand sometimes too. So guys, I am gonna close out the vlog here because I gotta get this run done and do my meal prep and also get to bed early tonight, because that's a goal of mine, is to get in some good sleep. Sometimes Sunday scaries hit and it's hard to get to sleep. But yeah, that's the plan for now. If you are enjoying these types of videos and vlogs and you want to see more of them, then I need you to like the video. Make sure you are subscribed and hit the post notification bell if you do really enjoy my videos and maybe you miss them. I know some people think I'm only posting Buff Bunny, but that ain't true. So make sure you have that turned on. That'll let you know each and every time I post a video. though. I am thinking of doing a, since this video will go up, let me know in the comments if you would enjoy this style video. I was thinking of filming one of my shorter, faster runs, like maybe a 2 mile, like a 20-minute run, and just filming the whole thing. Jason would get a couple different angles, and then doing a talk over to it, like a just commentary over it to talk to you more about my training and things like that. So let me know if you would enjoy that style video. It would probably just be a one-time thing, but thought it might be kind of fun. I used to do that kind of stuff during prep. So let me know down in the comments below. I'm gonna end it here. Make sure Joey Justice is not getting into any mischief. Joey Justice. Joey Justice.